Welcome to Thursday's episode of The Mom Room, which used to be solos, and now it's a duo.
It took my brain a little while when you said Thursday. I was like, oh my God, it's Thursday already.
No.
I know.
This will be out on Thursday.
I know. I'm not used to this yet.
Okay, so first things first, a little catch up. And I didn't think this appointment, like I always find things to talk about with anything that I do. This is why it's best that I just don't leave the house much, because like it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
So I have an allergy appointment. Remember, like over the course of the last 6 months, my lips kept getting like the
that's
rashes.
what the appointment was for?
So
not your sinuses?
No.
Oh.
No. It was for, but what they're going to do for me is super cool. I can't wait. But anyways.
Snake your sinuses?
Back like 6 months ago or something, I started to get the blistery things. What is it called? Cheilitis? Shut up. In the corners of my mouth. And then it would get a little bit worse. And it was like my lips were starting to get sore, not just in the corners. And then the last time it happened was August 27th, because I found the picture to show him. Okay. Do you remember I woke up at like 3 a.m. and my mouth was like exploded? So painful, so irritating.
And the thing about allergic reactions is they get subsequently worse as the exposures come.
That's exactly what was happening. But what I told him was that I was using these products for years. Like, this was my absolute favorite chapstick that I had all the time. And
he was like, why are you using a chapstick anyways? Right?
No.
I totally agree with Jason Kelsey on this one. The lips hydrate themselves. That's what your mouth is there for.
You know what Dax Shepard said before? I remember them having this conversation about putting
is he a chapstick
cream
wearer?
On your face. No. They were talking about moisturizing your face.
Yeah.
And he was like, you moisturize your face twice a day, and what's the driest part of your body? Your fucking face.
Yeah.
Like,
so
clearly
true.
It's not working, you know?
Well, it's just, you're like stunting your own moisture.
Juices, gels, oils.
Systems.
Yeah.
Like, you're just screwing up the natural stuff.
So anyways,
okay,
I explained to him this whole saga with...
I'm sure he loved that.
This
He's
chapstick.
Like, oh, great.
No, you know
She's
what?
One of these.
No, he did. He did love it. And this is why I'm bringing it up, because we were talking about like propolis. And so I asked him, I was like, now I'm wondering.
Is that like flower stuff?
No,
like
propolis is
pollen?
what the bees use to make their hive.
Oh, it's like the waxy stuff?
So the chapsticks have beeswax in them.
Yeah.
Which is something else. So anyways, turns out this guy used to be like a beekeeper.
Okay.
So how much did he love explaining every part of like what the difference is between propolis and
how old is he?
Beeswax? He's probably like 60, 65.
Okay. He nerded out big time.
He was so
You took him
excited.
back to his good old days.
He started a diagram.
Oh, yeah. Favorite patient of the day.
Yeah, I know. He was just so excited to
The nurses outside are like, oh, she brought up bees.
Here we go again.
She brought up bees.
I'm surprised he didn't have like a beehive diagram in But anyways, He was saying, so what they're going to do for me, because we're traveling so much, I can't do it till December, but I'm going to go in on a Thursday, and he's going to put 8 panels of 80 to 100 or something different things that are very common allergens in North America. Everything from like products that we use to environmental things, like whatever. So they put those on your back on Thursday, and then on Saturday, Pri is going to have to go around each one with a black Sharpie so that when I go back on Monday, they can see which is which everywhere. But it's like little panels. My whole back will be covered, and then he can see how my skin is reacting to all the different things.
Now, is there any chance, because I've heard about this kind of testing.
Yeah.
Is there any chance that if you are systemically inflamed, you're going to react to almost everything? This is what I've been told, because I've been told with my gut to go get tested for food allergies and like all this, and they kind of do the same thing. They do like a panel on your arm of like chicken, blah, blah, all this stuff. But like usually people come back and their whole arm lights up because everything, milk, dairy, wheat, this, that, well, it's because your system's already.
Oh, I don't know. I'll ask him, or I'll ask the nurse, because she's the one that puts it on the Thursday. My biggest concern was like, can I eat honey now? Like, my face is exploding when I put
So you really are thinking it's
beeswax.
the bee stuff. Because my mare's allergic to that, or was, right?
Okay, but he said the beeswax versus being stung by a bee or eating honey are two completely different things.
Okay.
So
you can be allergic to just the wax.
Yeah.
Which
and
is
he
what's
also
in all
said,
the cosmetics and
like,
all that.
it's not an anaphylactic thing. He was like, it's a topical, like, skin issue. But he said it's very common. He said of all the people that go and do this big panel of testing, that's one of the top 10, like the beeswax stuff.
So he's not concerned that your like subsequent exposures, it will like go in your throat or like anything like that.
He didn't say
He said
that,
it's
no.
just topical.
And he said, like, once, like, it seems that you already know that this is like a problem, like this, because it was the one chapstick that I used for years, and then Burt's Bees chapstick, which both have that ingredient in it. And he said, like, lots of people have reactions to Burt's Bees products because this is such a common allergy, and it is possible to develop it just all of a sudden, and it will progressively get worse each time you.
Sorry, I didn't realize how delicious this was going to be.
So Burt's Bees isn't a sponsor.
Sorry, Bert.
What are you eating?
A caramel bar.
Oh, did you get Halloween candy?
No, I just bought the chocolate bar at the store.
Oh, like a full-size chocolate bar?
Yeah, I live on the edge.
Holy.
I see something I want and I'm like, all right.
Sometimes I do that when I feel like I have low blood sugar. I'm like, I need an O. Henry.
I didn't just buy one. There's a coffee crisp.
What the
There's
hell?
a crunchy.
Who just goes around eating full-size chocolate bars?
Hi, my name's Liza. I don't know, I just
So is
wanted
that
to.
part of your increasing your protein?
Yeah, exactly. And to be honest, I started eating more. Now I just want to eat more.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah, eating. It's a vicious cycle.
Oh, it's a catch-22. It'll get you.
So I have so much to say about Love is Blind. And I also have so much to say because we got so many parenting questions from people, which I was not expecting.
Yeah, instant armpit sweat for me. I was like, what are these people? Do they know what's going on? Why are they asking these questions to me?
I know.
Yeah,
it's okay.
that's how
It's
I
going to be
felt.
okay. We'll get through it. Okay, but first up is pop culture stuff. And did you see what I sent you?
The reality TV show about the football wives.
Clearly, somebody at Bravo is a genius, and they were like, let's make a reality TV show about the wives of some of the Kansas City Chiefs players.
Let's get as close as we can
to Taylor
Swift without having to pay her.
So I was thinking about this in the car. Like, obviously, Taylor Swift is not going to be on the show. Like, obviously.
God, no. They can't afford that.
Not a chance. But I was shocked that Brittany Mahomes is also not going to be on the show.
That doesn't shock me.
Really?
Well, she's friends with Taylor Swift, right?
Yeah, but so?
Well, I would tell my friend, I'm not going to.
Unless she's
I'm not going to dabble there because.
She might be someone.
She knows what they're trying to do, you know?
Perhaps. Maybe she, like, looks down on.
And I don't think she needs to, like,
TV.
better her situation. She's, like, pregnant right now, isn't she?
Oh, yeah. I know. Patrick. Yeah. Like, he's.
Like, you got lots going on. Just live that. Live that.
And
life.
maybe, honestly, if I was Brittany Mahomes and this opportunity came across my desk, I would be like, they're going to be filming at the games and, like, filming pre-game stuff, and, like, I want to hang out with Taylor and she's not going to have anything to do with it. So I would rather have a friendship with Taylor Swift than be on this reality show.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is 100%. That just came into my mind.
Well, yeah. But regardless that it's Taylor Swift, like, that's what I was saying. Like, if it was like, if that's your friend, you're not going to sign up for something where now you can't be with your friend.
Yeah.
At all the events that you like to be with your friend at. Like, you know?
So some of the other wives are obviously, like, it looks like it's going to happen. It is genius because, I mean, look at the Kansas City Chiefs ratings
it's so obvious.
when they have a game, you know? Like, are people going to watch this show just to get a glimpse of potentially, like, what's going on? Or
let's just say there's going to be more women wearing Chiefs gear, probably. I would think.
1,000%. Yeah. It will actually
Opens
bring
up a whole
more
new
women
market.
into the NFL world.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I actually really like this as a show.
But there was a WAGs show, right?
Yeah, but it was different. It wasn't centered around one team.
Right. And you
So
didn't.
this is like a Kansas City, like, it's almost like Real Housewives you know, you have a core group of people that are always around each other in a city. They're all connected to one thing. Like, it's actually kind of genius.
Yeah.
But now I'm wondering, like, are Travis and Taylor, like any player and wife or partner of a player that doesn't want to be involved, are they going to make sure that they're not in any single like glimpse of any episode? Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, they're going to have to. You can't, like, with Taylor Swift's team, like, they're going to have to follow the rules. Yeah. She's got people working.
But like, so is Travis. If they have like a Kansas City Chiefs like function and they're filming for this
I would imagine
show,
that his contract looks different because he's on the team. He's contracted with that team. Taylor's not.
So I'm just curious what the filming rights are going to be.
Maybe he gets paid a little bit extra knowing that he's going to bring more to the show.
Or is he going to be like, I want nothing to do with it and you can't have my image in your show whatsoever?
Yeah, because really, what do these people want with this reality TV show? They don't care about this. And maybe it focuses more on the wife and not the athletics.
Yeah, like their home life and stuff.
Yeah, because that's what the other show kind of did. But then it kind of made it seem like the husbands were just like annoyed that their wives were doing this TV show. That's what it came off as. Anyways, did you see Travis walk in looking like a disheveled Ventura? Oh, my goodness.
Like Ace Ventura?
Yeah, his look, man, is something else.
What happened?
I think he liked how he looked. It wasn't like a outfit fail or
So
like a nip
are you
flip.
talking about yesterday at Monday night's game?
Yeah, he walked in holding cleats. That walk to me is gives me
Oh.
like just a
Oh, his big
Like,
black
just
button-down
walk-
shirt.
that, and look at his gait, like how he's walking. Like,
You don't like his gait?
no, I'd kick him in the arse. What kind of strut is that? You're not on a runway. Well, kind of you are, because everyone's pointing
Exactly.
cameras at you, but still.
It's like actually more so than a runway. Nobody watches fucking male runway models except for those two guys on TikTok. I am obsessed with them. Do you follow them?
No.
Caleb
Are they
and
supermodels?
Kit? Yeah.
Oh,
You
wow.
don't follow them? Liza, your life is about to change. One of them is super traditionally good looking, like chiseled face, like,
okay.
you know, like Zoolander vibes.
Like 6'4", whatever.
I don't know how tall they are. That's a good question. But the other guy is a redhead, super pale, tall,
Freckles?
super, super slim, freckles, very like high fashion looking. But they vlog a lot of their stuff, like when they're going on auditions and stuff. It's the best content on TikTok. Walk
They're
a
friends?
runway, and after, they're really good friends, so they're in each other's content a lot.
Okay.
They're the best. Your life is about to change.
Oh, wow. Jeez, God.
I think I've sent
here.
you some of their stuff on TikTok before.
I
never know if you get it, though.
I don't look in the inbox part.
Well, anyways, so that's that on the reality TV show, and we got to keep this train moving here. The next thing I wanted to talk about with regard to pop culture is still...
You never talked about Love is Blind. I just want to drop that. You're
Yeah,
like,
that's at the
end
end.
of reality TV. Okay.
That's at the end.
Okay, well, that's
Remember,
reality
Liza,
TV.
we discussed content at the end. It goes catch up, pop culture, parenting, content.
Okay.
Okay,
Got it.
so we're back on track.
Back on track.
Second pop culture story. Taylor Swift is now the richest female singer-songwriter artist in the world. And she just bypassed... Okay, so her worth, 1.6 billion.
Okay.
Who do you think she just bypassed?
I don't know.
Okay, so who do you think was the richest female singer-songwriter before Taylor
Oh,
Swift?
singer-songwriter.
Like singer, artist, performer,
Yeah, I know.
musician.
Cher.
Cher.
Gaga.
Really, Liza?
I don't know.
Like, are you okay?
Whitney, like what? Who?
Who's huge?
Britney
I just
Spears?
sounded like Donald Trump. Huge.
Huge. Britney Spears?
I'm pretty sure Britney Spears is like broke right now.
I don't know. Her hair looks real good.
First of all, who I thought you were going to say right away is Beyonce.
Oh, she's not floating. That name's not in this brain. Like, I don't even think about her. I don't
Okay.
listen to her. I don't, like, if you said Destiny's Child, I'd be like, yeah, that was actually better music.
So it wasn't Beyonce though. That
Good.
was in the top spot. Do you know who it was?
Shania Twain.
You're the worst. Like, I can't even
Was it Slyn?
believe this.
I literally
No.
can't think of another,
Celine
like,
is a good
mega
guess.
star.
Celine is a good guess. Rihanna.
Okay, because the Fenty, right.
Okay, so this is what's fascinating to me is
But
that...
does that count? You have to
That's
make
the
your
thing.
money.
That's
Okay.
the thing. So if we're looking at, you know, who is worth the most, yeah, you started like a massive beauty business. Like her money was not from being an artist. and being a singer and
Right.
going on tour and selling albums. It was literally from selling makeup and starting Fenty and like all that stuff that she does. It's like more businessman stuff. Businesswoman. Oh my God, I'm going to be canceled. I said businessman.
Oh my God.
So anyways, Taylor
Woman
Swift.
doesn't roll off the tongue, okay? I'm
No,
just
it
going to
doesn't.
say it. Just doesn't. Whoa is not an
doesn't.
easy syllable, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa. So she bypassed Rihanna, but literally just with music,
Yeah.
which is wild.
Well, and a cult following. So music and
Cult
everything
following
else.
for music.
I know, but like a blanket with her face on it, like she made money on that. You know what I mean? Like the people are so crazy that the money she's making is not actually just from her concert tickets.
It's so the majority of the money is from her tour, the Eras tour.
For sure. Or are you just trying to prove a point right now with imaginary
Faux.
facts? Okay.
For
Cool.
sure.
You know what's cooler though is when like someone invents like an entire computer system for the whole world and then it's a billionaire. Like
Yeah,
that's
that's
like a
cool,
cool
too.
person to talk about. I
That's
just
really,
don't like
it's really fun.
once you're like over a certain amount of money, it's like ugh, like the
You wanna
number
know
doesn't
what's
matter
really-
anymore. You know, like no one
Guess-
cares.
Guess who the number one, like the richest male artist, musician
Oh,
is?
probably like DJ Khaled.
No. Guess what they're worth.
Is it Enrique Iglesias?
No. your guesses are so
I just think that
ridiculous.
over in Latin America, there's a lot of people over there. They like that guy a lot.
Yeah.
Ricky Martin.
No.
Justin
I love how
Bieber.
No.
The Beatles. Can it be a band?
No, it's one guy.
Elvis
and you
Presley.
don't like him. You don't like him. Or his wife.
I don't like him or his wife. Does his wife perform?
Yeah.
Oh, this is fun. It's like a Guess Who game.
It is fun.
Brown hair?
Yeah.
Rock music?
No.
Pop music?
No.
Country music? He's a rapper? Mm-hmm. With brown hair?
Or black hair.
I was going to say. Does he also have black skin?
Yeah.
Drake?
No.
I love Drake.
Oh yeah, Drake's wife is a performer. Like, you got to think about the clues I
Oh
gave
my
ya.
God, but there's so many clues. Like, I need a goddamn notebook to put this investigation together. Jesus.
You have one of those boards with like the red
Oh,
strings.
I'm like, jeez, I feel like a detective.
Yeah, so I can't believe you haven't gotten this.
American?
It's not your day today. Yeah, American.
No, give me hum a tune. I'll nail it. Am I humming it? Sounds like all I'm picturing is Oompa Loompas. Like,
It's funny because I
can't.
can't like think of a lot of his songs.
Yeah, because you're really not giving me much. You're giving me about 4 notes, and you're just kind of doing like a this. Nope, no idea. I can't wait because everyone's gonna be like, yeah, no clue. Nobody knows.
No, you know what? Because as soon as I said his wife is also a musician and that he's a rapper, like everybody else
Jay-Z.
already knows. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Everybody else knows, Liza.
Yeah. That guy.
Anyways, guess how
the
much?
drug dealer.
Guess how much? Guess how much? Taylor Swift is 1.6 billion. So guess how much he is
1 billion.
worth. No.
1 big B.
No.
1.2 billion.
No.
Like, how many billions can you have? I don't even know. I don't even know how many dollars a billion is. Like, someone told me one time, they're like, yeah, it's like 1,000,000 times 100. And then I tried to figure it out. Like, it's so many fucking zeros. Why do we even talk about it? Who cares? It's just a ton shit. It's a shit ton.
It's a shit ton.
It's a shit ton. So, like, let
Jay-Z.
them laugh it off.
2.5 billion.
2.5. So
And
what
I
are
think-
what's like the Bill Gates, the Warren Buffetts? Like, where are their billions?
Oh,
How
I
many?
think they're like way.
Like 25 billion, 30
No, I
billion,
think even more than that.
100 billion.
So Bill Gates' net worth is.
How many zeros is that?
106 billion is Bill Gates.
Yeah, that's why Gates is like, I'm going to save Africa.
Elon
why.
Musk net worth is 264 billion. Like, how do you even?
Because he's a genius.
How do you even?
He's one of the aliens.
Okay, what about
Renee.
Mark Zuckerberg?
Look at that. They planted one alien here, and he just kind of like took over humanity.
Wow.
He runs
Mark
everything.
Zuckerberg, 206 billion.
Oh, all because people like to
Like,
share
he's
pics.
up there.
They just want to share pictures of their lives.
Oh, I want to know Jeff Bezos. What last one? I promise.
Oh,
Sorry,
it's gonna
everybody's
be
like, "What
way
is this
more.
podcast?"
Way
Okay.
more. He's got to be way up there.
Think about how good Amazon is. Like, but it's sad
It
because
runs the
a
world.
lot of actual retailers and like small businesses really suffer because of Amazon. But I'm
Okay.
like,
I want to toss
to
this out here
you.
for all the listeners though. Okay.
What?
Poppy has this red plastic tray table that goes over her, like a lap table that holds like a coloring book, a drink, and whatever. It was just like a plastic table, okay? Got it at Michael's. It happened to be on clearance for like $2.99. Regular $5.99 or $6.99.
$2?
Yeah. This plastic lap table, she eats off of it when she's on the couch. Like, it's awesome.
Okay.
It's amazing. Arts and crafts, whatever you want. Go on Amazon to see if I can find it to tell people how cool it is.
Yeah.
And it was the only one I can find, $39.99. It's the exact same one.
I didn't
know. So, like, watch out, people. It still benefits you to go out and shop around.
Right. Okay.
Because sometimes I'm in the store and I, like, look up while I'm in the store.
No, sometimes products on Amazon are much more expensive than if you bought it in store, especially things like, I was looking up that pink cleaning stuff.
Yeah. There's certain brands.
Like, it's way more expensive on Amazon than if you just like go to the store. But
yeah, there's nowhere better than HomeSense and Winners. Come on.
Just before we move on, I just wanted to say that Jeff Bezos's net worth is $204 billion, so he has less money than Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, that must burn his britches.
Totally.
He's like,
you
that
think
guy
he has a Facebook account?
Created a freaking social club, and I run all business in the world. And
but do you remember that Amazon started off as like a bookstore, an online bookstore?
I mean, look at us. I'm in my basement right now. Not going to be next year, right?
Where are you going to be?
I don't know. Probably
started
right
from
here.
The bottom, now we're here.
I might just hang some different blankets. Update the blankets.
Let's get into some of these parenting questions. Some people had really good parenting questions, and I do want to say Liza was like, why are they asking, like, I'm not a parenting expert. And I was like, you know what, I think people are sick and goddamn tired of listening to parenting experts. No offense, parenting experts, like, but we just want two
moms. Can't do everything 100%.
We just want two moms to talk about this shit.
Okay.
Real life shit. Okay.
All right.
So just for reference, my son is 6, Liza's daughter is 2. And so here we go. This is a good topic to talk about. So somebody says, bedtime. We are riding the struggle bus so hard. Tips and tricks, please. Okay, so in my experience, Milo is 6. There are phases of amazing bedtimes and then like a week or something where he's just really struggling with bedtimes. And when he's struggling, like I've gone through like ups and downs of like trying to fight the bedtime and have him go to bed versus being like
hard boundary versus
soft.
Hard
boundary versus like we go in. Obviously it changes as they get older. Very frustrating because bedtime is what you're not looking forward to all day, but you're like, that's when I have time to relax and watch my show. And especially if I have a show that I'm really into and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to just like lay down and watch my show. It really just like makes you that much more irritated and less able to maybe deal with that situation in a way that you would otherwise deal with it because now you're pissed off that like it's eating into your alone time. So it's like a high stress time of day, I would say. You're at your max. Like you've been dealing with stuff like putting out fires all day. It was a similar kind of feeling internally when Milo had a nap schedule. I was so hung up on like, okay, it's this time. He has to go to sleep for this amount of time. And once I kind of let that go, my life became so much more enjoyable because sure, I'm still trying to stick to a routine and, you know, have him sleep during the day at a certain time, but it's the expectations thing. You have to decide, like, is this going to be a hard boundary and I'm going to be like, go through all the things to make sure that they're in bed at a certain time? Or am I going to be flexible about it and adjust my expectations? Like, you have to decide that for yourself. Like, what do you want?
Or like put all that, even that thinking part, like if you're that tapped, because like even that, you're like thinking about parenting, like, blah, blah, like, no, just what does your body need right then? So like sometimes, you know, Poppy refusing, blah, blah, like just whatever. Now I will say though, she's not like a tantrum child, so you know,
sometimes
you turn
those
the light
nights
on a
are
little
even
bit,
more
give her a
annoying
book.
though.
when she's just happy and awake.
Yeah. You're like,
Yeah.
shut up.
Because I know it's going to be like a half hour, like whatever, but I will just do what I want to do. So like if she's going to be awake, okay, but mom's really tired, I'm going to be in my room watching my show. So let me know,
So do you let her go in the room with you?
No. Like now is bedtime. You're in your bed. Like you're done.
Okay, so what if
That's the hard boundary for us. You're not coming out.
Okay, so she's just in her room.
Yep, we just put the hatch on. It's like a red light. It just goes on a little bit. And she pretends to read her books and like talks with her stuffies.
Okay, so now what if it's like more of an aggressive, like she's upset?
To be honest, she's very simple to like talk down. So it's hard for, always start with like, okay, like let's take a big deep breath. Like we had a long day. I try to recap the day and I try to tell her, sometimes if we don't get sleep, we're going to be cranky and it's not fun to be cranky. And so she'll even check in like, oh, is mommy going to be cranky? And I'd say like, yeah, if I don't get my sleep, I'm going to be cranky and tomorrow's not going to be any fun. And then, but I understand that there are kids where like that's conversation's not happening,
Right.
I do get that. But that's the type of child she is. You can talk it out.
She's also, she's not in a crib right now.
Well, she's in a giant crib.
Okay.
Because dad built the custom, it's a double-sized bed, but it's got a crib all around it with a swinging door, but we latch it with baby locks.
Okay.
And she's in a sleep sack, so
once
see you
kids
later.
can start to leave the room themselves.
Lock the door. Safety
from the
room.
Outside?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you're not allowed to just, that's not safe. Like you can't just walk around.
When Milo was younger, that's what we did. We put that doorknob on the other side that like he couldn't open the door.
Right.
But now he's 6, like he gets up to go pee sometimes and we don't have the monitors anymore. So he doesn't have a lock on his door. But so when he's having a hard time going to bed, it's like he like slowly starts walking down the stairs. Like it's kind of creepy. Or like we see his shadow and we're like, Milo. But it's not that big of a deal for us right now at this age. Because like you said, I'm just going to do what I want to do.
Okay, but here's the thing.
He has a
this
Yodo.
This is where I would keep him in his room. Because
yeah, he does. We always send him back to his room.
Oh, okay, yeah. There's no hanging out in the living room while we're trying to watch our TV. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
No way.
I mean, it gives them the opportunity to soothe themselves to sleep, right? So like say they need to fiddle around with some books or whatever, but if they're getting like aggressive play going with the toys, well then now you got to pivot and you got to change it up because that child is responding differently to having toys in the room,
Yeah. And like the person that wrote in this question, there's no age, so I don't know what age their kids are. Extracurricular activities. How do you know when to push your kids and when to pull them, like take them out? Again, there's no ages. Like I would like to know ages.
There just always has to be a discussion. Like there's so much context has to be there, like a little bit of investigation. What's going on?
I would say the same thing all the way up to like teenagers or young adults. It's like have a conversation about why they don't want to do the thing in the first place.
Yeah, like the roots of it, instead of just them quitting. Well, that's like there's more to it. Is someone bullying them? Because then we can address that.
Right.
And then maybe they still want to play the sport,
Yeah.
Or they just like totally don't enjoy the sport. Maybe it's too physical of a sport and they just don't like being so close to other people or whatever it is.
Or they're not interested in anymore and they want to do something else. Like I am always for, like I support people quitting things.
All right. Maybe not too soon, but like
no, but like seriously,
like, give it a go. Give it a go.
No,
first.
give it a go. But like, not everybody is gonna like everything, and
no, for sure. But it is some people do have like this knee-jerk reaction to just drop things as soon as it's slightly uncomfortable. So I worry about saying things like, "Yeah, start quitting."
No,
because like that level of uncomfortable, some people are really uncomfortable with it, and so there's no growth.
Yeah. So I think you have to know what kind of person, or like we said, like why do they want to not do it in the first place? But for example, and I'm assuming lots of people that follow the Mom Room account have younger kids.
Right.
And like we signed Milo up for soccer when he was 3 and he was almost 4. And it was like, I was so embarrassed. He just sat on our laps on the sidelines the whole time. And there's other people out there like Cristiano Ronaldo, like just like running around, like kicking the ball. I'm like, okay. And I felt like embarrassed because he wasn't out there. And at the end of the day, I was like, He's not even 4 years old. Like, why am I even here?
Yeah,
like,
and you don't know, that other kid that's like kicking that ball around has probably watched his dad and mom play soccer on the like from the sidelines since birth.
Yeah,
like you just don't know. Like they
or
probably
that's
play
just
the
like
soccer
what
ball
they
every
do
day.
all the time. I know, exactly. And then we signed him up for, this would have been when he was like 4.5. We signed up for this like basketball camp. It was like a class every Sunday.
Oh yeah.
And he loved the beginning where it was just free play, like before they got started and like throwing the ball around. But as soon as it was like a structured thing where it was like, okay, we're going to do these like exercises and, you know, shooting the ball here and doing this, like he was not interested. And I was like, okay, like it's just not his time right now.
If you think about like our generation, we weren't doing anything at that age.
Nothing.
Like I don't understand why we all feel so much pressure to get that, like all these kids and all these programs and all this stuff.
Sports and like, I know, it's wild.
We were just like climbing dirt piles and like we're pretty athletic. Like we turned out pretty good.
The biggest thing missing in a lot of childhoods right now is the unstructured free play.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like, we're going to swimming. We're going to go
Doing
watch
this.
your sister's
We're doing
gymnastics. Like, we're doing that. We're going here. We got to go there. Get dressed. Take you to... It's like,
Yeah.
everybody just fucking calm down. Like...
But the thing is, to get to the unstructured play, there's a period of boredom because like the child has to have nothing to do for a second until they decide what they're going to do and develop it. But if they always have something put in front of them, here's crayons, here's this, let's talk about this, look at these flashcards, like let's do that, this, that, like all this stuff. And then they're not going to be able to have like an imagination of their own.
Yeah.
Like it's like so exhausting on the brain.
I will say the one thing that we forced Milo to do is swimming. And when we first started swimming, like he really liked the first couple classes and it was exciting and we were going. And then there were a couple times where he did not want to go. He's like, I'm not going. And it was a struggle. Like we had to physically get his bathing suit on.
What was he saying? Like he just didn't want to? He wasn't giving any reasons?
No, just didn't want to go. Like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
And we explained to him, we had a conversation explaining that swimming is a safety thing. Yeah. It's not about like trying to like be the best swimmer. It's not about like anything like that. It's a safety thing. I was like, if you want to go to Mamare's pool in the summer or like swim at Sisu's house, you need to do swimming. So we framed it in that way. And there was probably 2 classes early on that I had to physically carry him to the car and put him in his car seat and take him. Yeah. And did we use the bribe of getting a Happy Meal after a few times? Yes, we did. And I was like, I don't give a shit because this is about safety. Yes, we will get a Happy Meal on the way home, but only if you go do this swimming lesson. And I even like, I am not ashamed to say that. Like, I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah. So when you say like, I physically brought him to the car, like, does that weigh heavy on you? It seems when you say that, it feels like that was like a big moment, like for you to have to physically carry him to the vehicle.
Yeah, because he was 5 years old.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if maybe it's because my nursing or something, but like if I have to move a body, like I'll do it.
I know, but you have a 2-year-old.
Yeah, I know.
It's different. Like
no, but I can wrestle. Like I've had to do that with some grown ass men before. Like to me, driving a child like that and putting them in a car is like, would be second nature. Like, oh, you don't want to go? Okay, I'll bring you then. I don't know.
But anyways, I will say now he's obsessed with swimming. He loves going.
Yeah.
We just had to get
sometimes
over that like
a little bum push, like in the right direction can be helpful because I mean, I know if there's something like a little bit uncomfortable, like I will turn away from it. But if I would have done that every opportunity growing up, like in athletics, or been too scared to enter the gym when all the other girls were already there, like dressed and like warming up or whatever, and mom wasn't like, no, go, then I wouldn't have gotten to where I did.
What would you say your parenting style is? Somebody asked.
I don't know what the styles are. I'm not educated on that.
Yeah. It's like gentle, authoritative, authoritarian. Is it authoritarian? I don't know. Anyways, somebody was like, can you talk about how you don't need to follow 100% of a certain parenting style? You can pick and choose different like strategies and tools. And I will say, I feel like that about everything in life. I hate labeling anything because then what happens if you're like, I'm a gentle parent, but then you like yell or you do something that's not absolutely perfect. Now you feel shame and like you're a shitty parent. And it's like, I hate labeling. It's like when people are
stupid. Like, you're a human. You don't have to fit into this little box or do things at a certain time when someone said that that's the best time to do this and breathe and this and that. It's
the same as like,
it's crazy.
I hate it because I change my eating patterns all the time, and people would be like, are you vegan? Because I eat a lot of like vegan products, let's say, and I share it on my stories. I'm like, no. Because like
What's it to you?
I never want to label things. Like, people always want to label
what does
something.
it matter?
Because then they want to catch you. If like, no, I just eat what I want to eat when I want to eat it.
Pastime now for people?
It's just the same as like, I just parent the way I want to parent when I want to parent. Yeah. And like, sometimes I agree with gentle parenting things, and I think there's lots of like pros to that method, and also then sometimes I don't.
Kids, gentle parenting is just not gonna cut it. You know, they have certain personality traits that don't do well with that type of approach. Like, there's so many different kids,
because sometimes I hear like how people think you should address something. Perfect example, the thing that I've been talking about on the Mom Room in the last week about like sending your kid to their room, and how like gentle parenting is against timeouts, because basically what you're saying is, when you behave this way, like, I'm not dealing with you, like, go sit by yourself.
We don't accept you. Yeah.
Right. So somebody gave the example, because I was saying like, going to your room is a natural consequence of being a turd.
Right.
When you're downstairs and you're not listening, and we've asked you multiple times not to do that, like answering your questions, like trying our best, and you're still just wanting to push buttons, not listen, you're going to go to your room. Social
lesson. The group doesn't want to be around you because you're disturbing the group. Exactly. It's like, goes back to caveman times, you know?
But somebody said, like, going to their room is not the natural consequence. The natural consequence is you guys leaving.
No, fuck that. That's my house. That's my couch.
I was like, what?
No, you'll remove yourself from my space. Thank you.
First of all, what would happen in that situation? So Pri and I are on the couch, and we go hide in our rooms because Milo is like being irritating and not listening. I know, it was crazy. But you know what would happen in that situation is that we would go in our room, let's say. He would just follow us.
Yeah.
And he would start doing it at the door.
You just sent a message, and now you created a monster.
Yeah. And then he would start like banging on the door. And then he would like, excuse me? Like, you want us to leave because he's doing, no. He just will go to his room.
Throw a pile of gasoline on the fire. Jesus. That's wild.
I know.
Yeah. So we're like just analyzing the whole parenting thing too much, I think, these days.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a good person, like, maybe do a little bit of reflection on like how you were parented, you know, because maybe that brings out some things in yourself that you could like work on or whatever, and then just carry on. Like, everything's probably gonna be okay.
Okay, that's it for our parenting segment. We got to get into Love is Blind.
I don't feel like I gave any advice. That's good. That's a good.
You're like, am I held liable if someone like
with a very neutral segment?
If somebody like does something that I say and it goes horribly wrong, am I going to be held liable?
The fact that my child's in a giant crib, is that bad? Or
oh my God. Okay, so to discuss Love is Blind, it's on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, what are you doing? So this is the 7th season.
New episodes tonight, yeah?
I thought it was October 9th.
Oh, is it?
So the day this comes out.
Okay.
Wednesday, new episodes come out. So do you want to go couple by couple?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way.
Okay. I will say the biggest disappointment in this entire show for me is that Leo and Brittany didn't go to the next round.
I'm trying to figure out who that is.
Leo is the art dealer and Brittany was the blonde girl.
Why did you want them to go?
Because that's the entertainment.
But, like, no. That just wrecks the show, and I think it makes everyone else feel just like, what's the point?
Like, the credibility is
these
ruined.
Losers. Yeah. Because, I mean, obviously Brittany was looking for some TV time, okay? Like, it couldn't have been more clear that he wasn't going to pick you.
Well,
could not have been more
clear.
What
I think happened with Leo? I feel like when Hannah was like, oh, I'm going to pick Nick and trying to end things with Leo.
Yeah, his wiener shrunk, and then he was like, oh my God.
Yeah, he was just like on a mission now to like win that battle. I don't think he actually cared.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. And I think he was kind of like upset a little bit that they weren't more all over him for his money. I think he thought that was going to be like, they're going to be fighting over him. And like, that's why he had the choice and all this stuff. And then when he realized one of them was bailing on him, he's like, what?
Yeah.
I do a lot.
So apparently, my favorite word, one of the guys was on Nick Vile's podcast, Vile Files, and he was saying that the way they edited Leo made him look so bad, and he actually almost never talked about his money. Like the 3 times that he brought it up is like all they showed about him.
That was probably the plan.
And a lot of the guys, some of the guys were interviewed and said they didn't even know he came from money. Like they were shocked because he hadn't brought it up to them.
Oh, see, reality TV. It'll
yes.
get ya.
So the way they edited it,
ya.
I think, really made people dislike
of course.
Leo.
It's not every day you get someone like that on your show that's got that kind of money, and that's the story behind it.
I mean, he was a loser.
Obviously.
But like, anywho. So I'm just pissed that they didn't go to Mexico.
Happy. I was happy.
Because like I would have loved to see
they
that.
did. They went on their own.
You know what I wanted to see? I wanted to see Leo then go see Hannah and Hannah see Leo. You know what I mean? Like, you know how when there's like love triangles in the pods and then you see each other in person?
They pick the partner that's usually less attractive, and then the
like
other one's
people
super
are like
attractive.
flirting and like,
yeah,
like
I know.
that's what
God. That's what
I
you
like.
Love, eh? You love that shit. Yeah.
Anyways, I love in the pods how everyone is just like the most mature person in the world, and then in the real world it just like all crashes and burns.
I know, like they're as soon as there's a pool and some beverages, everyone's like 19. Like what the fuck? They're all wasted, slurring the words, like
flirting with the other people.
Tell us about how much you love her. Tell us everything.
Jealous. Yeah, I just
calling the guys over one by one to just like berate them. Oh my god.
So Hannah and Nick, thoughts?
Hannah and Nick. I like Nick.
I think he's like kind of a dork, but
a dork?
Well, like
I think Hannah's super immature.
Hannah is super insecure and immature.
Okay, yeah, insecure is what I meant. I don't know about immature. I guess I'm
No,
immature.
also that though. Like it's weird. In the pods, she kept talking about being insecure about her weight and like how she just lost. Like I think she was really concerned, and she even said that she was to see.
But then
Nick.
she was so shallow about his appearance.
Exactly.
Yeah, so shut the F.
I know.
Door. Shut it.
I think she was like, oh, he's a football player. He's going to be like this big burly guy, you know?
Yeah, well, she's not climbing that guy like a tree.
Anyways, there's no doubt in my mind. Like,
they're not making it.
No, Hannah does not like him at all.
No.
She is very much the kind of person that was like obsessed with him in the pods, and then as soon as she saw his physical appearance, not interested, and finding everything wrong with him.
Yeah, and this whole like what do they call it, the ick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you believe in something like that, you're screwed. Like you can't go on a show like Love is Blind and succumb to something called the ick. Like you don't even know what they look like or their physical like anything. If something like that is going to throw you off, you're on the wrong goddamn show. Because even, who was the other girl? She was like, I get the ick so easy.
Monica?
Yeah, I think
With
so.
Steven, the guy that's like 10% black that he found out.
He's awesome, eh? I love that guy.
Okay, no, but the one scene, I thought he was like a cool guy, but the one scene where they were on the couch and she was like, you're doing it again, and he was talking to, like, yeah, like they're not gonna last. Like she is so
annoyed
irritated
already.
with him. Yeah,
I know, and it's just like so soon right into it. Like it should, if it's not like fireworks central,
if you're
over.
annoyed already and you're at a resort in Mexico in like the perfect conditions, no chance.
Yeah, and then toss like just a few years later, you toss a baby in. We know how that goes.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Failure.
So there was that couple, and then the couple that I loved, which was Tyler and Ashley, I think her name is.
These are all such like normal names that I can't picture their faces.
I know, it's hard. But anyways, they were the ones that were talking about how they weren't going to have sex because they were tired of like giving their souls away to people.
Is that what happens when you do that? Your soul leaves your body. Fuck, I'm super soulless then.
There goes my soul.
No soul here for a while.
But anyways, apparently he has 3 kids. That was never brought up on the show. And so people are curious, the next batch of episodes that comes up, like, is he gonna... How do you get engaged? Like,
I don't like that they can take out such big information. Like, I don't like how they're
take it out, or did he
it.
not share it? with her.
Well,
How do you get engaged to somebody without...
A Love is Blind. You got 3 kids. That's part of your package, bro.
I know, it's wild. That's why I don't know what's going to happen.
Okay, who's the guy? Who does this guy look like again? This is Tyler, you said?
Tyler. He's got like a little bit... He's black, but like a little bit lighter.
Oh, yeah. I know. Yep.
He's got like freckles.
Yeah.
And like lighter skin. He's
like
cute.
really fit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He's very nice. Like he's very...
But he's like over the top a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Like a little bit like saying the right things all the time. Yeah.
I'm going to be your superhero for the rest of your life. Like stuff like that.
He's very,
like just, you know, like pipe down. It's okay. That's a lot of pressure to put on yourself.
And then there's the 2 scientists, Garrett and Taylor.
I like the 2 hippies, like the 2 out there ones.
Oh, really? I can't stand her.
Really?
Marissa and Ramses.
Too bubbly, too positive, too happy.
Yeah, it's a little too much. Like something's going on there.
She probably has regular poops and you're jealous.
Like she's a murderer or something.
Oh,
you know?
okay.
Like it's too much. Like
there's a Pandora's box.
She's just like, oh my God. Yeah. Like it's too much.
Okay, yeah, you're right. It would get annoying.
Way too much.
It's too much. I would never be able to be around that energy, but...
Could she ever have a normal conversation? I don't think so.
Yeah, you're right. It's very...
And him, like, there's something odd about him, too.
Well, I mean, he's not my cup of tea.
No.
But he's very, like, you know, he's in the, like, that magical world, I think.
I thought, like, is it bad to, like, what's it called?
It's probably bad.
It's probably bad.
I don't know. What are you going to say?
Is it bad to... Because I feel like people get in trouble for doing this with celebrities. Like, you know how people think Shawn Mendes is gay.
Like, you mean predicting someone's sexuality?
Guess. Yeah.
Well, it seems like a fun game to me. I don't know why. Whose feelings does that hurt?
I just thought it wasn't like a good thing to do.
Who cares?
But anyways, I just feel like he is maybe
gay?
like bisexual or something.
Yeah, he said something about like his feminine soul crossing over.
Oh, did he?
He's went on a date with a man or something.
Oh.
He's in this like very spiritual world.
I guess you don't have to edit that out then.
It's almost too polite.
So anyways, new episodes coming soon. Predictions of who will actually get married.
Probably that guy that's like, I'm going to be your superhero. Like, they'll probably do it.
Even though he has 3 kids?
Yeah, I think so.
Apparently, he's trying to play off that he's not really involved in the kids' lives. But now the mother of those children is now trying to go on social media and be like, yeah, he is.
Okay, so like as soon as all that stuff
There's
happens,
issues.
I'm out.
Yeah. Before he went on the show, he went on his social media page and removed every single picture of the kids. Which like could be to protect their identity. Maybe. As opposed to like trying to pretend that you don't have kids.
I wouldn't even dip my toes. Like the you know, the baby mama's now coming out on like it's early on, get out while you can. You know?
Yeah.
Like, get out.
But he just
no roots have been planted.
He was like my favorite.
Yeah, but it's drama's already bubbling.
Yeah. I think Garrett and Taylor will get married. The scientists, them, even though they're like very boring.
Show them
because they're boring.
Much. Yeah, they're not wasted on the side of the pool, boring. Topless. Yeah,
I think they will get married. And
see when these shows first started coming out, it was like, oh, they really found their love, you know. And now it's like, oh, see you on next season or whatever other show you try to get on, Love on the Island or Love in the Pool or whatever it is.
There is a season 2 being filmed of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I can't wait.
I love that show.
I cannot wait for that.
I love
all
it
of them are coming back,
understand.
except for Jen Affleck. Because she moved to New York with frickin' the guy to do med school or whatever. So she's giving up like this major reality TV.
Oh,
career.
Well, Renee, come on, look at that relationship. That's red flags everywhere. But
that's what I'm saying. She's giving up.
Yeah.
This could be like the next Kardashians. Like, you don't know, you know?
Yep.
So anyways, looking forward to that. Just quickly, I just saw an ad. I went to this Love is Blind article and there was an ad saying that the next season of Shrinking comes out October 16th. That's like my favorite show in the world.
I didn't even finish watching it.
I binge watched the first season not too long ago and I was dying for the next season.
Oh, no. I just got into PD True. Is it PD True or True PD? True PD. They go over like cases. Yeah, and the real police that were on the case to, like, do the interviews and stuff, learn about it. It's cool. And then there's FBI True. Their cases are, like, a little bit more complex. That's what I fell asleep to last night.
So that's Liza's content.
Yeah. Ooh, I added some rye flour to my starter. You should have seen that thing. It blew up. It was so gross, actually. I pulled the tea towel off, and it had rose so high that it got stuck to the tea towel, and it was like crusted onto the top of the jar. Now
This
that's
was
a starter.
loaf or just the starter?
Just the starter, my friend.
Crazy.
But I added like pure rye organic flour, and it really likes that. So it was like,
I'm going to make a chili today.
my dinner's already made. It's in the crock pot.
What is it?
How you like that?
I'm jealous. What is it?
Oh, it smells so good. It's a chicken stew. Chicken thighs, carrots, celery. Instead of potatoes, I think I'm going to go rice because my potatoes were the most rotten.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I've ever got to the bottom of a bag of potatoes without all of them having tentacles.
When we're going to use potatoes, we buy like single potatoes.
Is that a joke?
No, that's for real life.
You pick out your potatoes and put them in one of those little bags.
Yeah, because there's 3 of us. How many fucking potatoes are we going to eat?
You can almost eat potatoes with every meal. What a good filler food.
How often do we cook, Liza?
Yeah. Oh,
Those
God.
potatoes would be rotten.
Yeah, no doubt. I buy like the 5 or 10 pound bag, actually.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'll lift that puppy on my shoulder.
Okay, well, considering this episode was supposed to be a half hour and it's now 60,
Well,
perhaps we should end it.
I don't know. I
Got
don't
too
know
many
what
things
happens
going
here.
on. Okay. Thank you so much for listening. If you don't already, please follow The Mom Room at The Mom Room on Instagram. Watch us on YouTube. You can watch full episodes on YouTube and see our gorgeous faces. And rate, review, subscribe on all the platforms. Okay? Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.